Let us introduce you to a new and more valuable way of assessing leaders. The 720 Edge can provide your firm with valuable insights and data. Assess not only your talent, but also the organizational factors that affect their ability to produce results. So why embark on an assessment project? Are you looking for specific areas where you can develop your people? Do you want to uncover hidden strengths? Perhaps you need to identify your high potentials. How about your underperformers? Do you need to make crucial HR decisions? Studies have indicated that leader selection and development are the appropriate uses of assessments for organizations. But what about examining organizational effectiveness? What if you could gather data that distilled out the critical development areas, identified the individuals for those efforts, and gave you a lens in which to view the factors affecting individual performance and ultimately organizational performance? You can with the 720 Edge. It's not enough to understand and identify gaps in skills or attributes for development. An assessment should pinpoint individual strengths, as well as provide you with a development plan for the individual and the organization. In an ever-challenging economy, efficient use of your developmental dollars is vital. An assessment process should show you where to start and what's critical for the success of your enterprise. Companies today are placing an increasing focus on talent as they compete for an ever-shrinking talent pool. Organizations need to ask, who are the individuals who will form our next leadership team? Do we have the people we need? Does our talent match up with skills, attributes, and experience necessary to move the organization forward? Talent is undoubtedly important to any organization, but talent is only one element necessary for producing results. Nor is leadership about simply gathering the most talented people in one room. Leaders don't exist in a vacuum. Leadership is systemic. Your leaders operate within the environment of your organization. Your assessment should highlight the specific factors that are shaping performance. So what's the bottom line? Why invest time, money, and effort in an assessment tool and process? Ask those in the leadership team again, what do they want? Performance and results. Results aligned with the organizational strategy. Can the assessments you're familiar with produce that kind of data? So let's take a look at those traditional methods of assessing leaders. Typical 360 multi-rater assessments focus on individuals. They assess skills, styles, character traits, and a quality assessment may even look at experience. However, focusing the assessment on individuals exclusively is like looking at your talent with only a flashlight. Are these assessments valuable? Yes. Systemic? Comprehensive? No. What exactly comprises performance? What's necessary for leaders to be successful? Everyone can agree that successful leaders need top-notch skills and knowledge, experience, the knack, and appropriate attributes. These are the major factors that determine ability. To be a strong leader, all three elements are necessary. But to execute that ability, you need the organization to provide the capability, the support and resources, an enabling culture, established processes to repeat success, and a well-positioned and communicated strategy. Think of it this way. Think of a leader with ability as a ball poised at the top of an incline. The ball has inherent potential. It is designed to efficiently roll down the slope. But what happens if the ball hits a pebble or stone or other obstacle on its way down the slope? Simple, it slows down or stops. Consider such an impediment as a limitation in capability, the systems, leadership systems, that can limit the realization of performance. Let us introduce you to a more comprehensive and systemic examination of leaders and the organizational leadership systems that form the environment in which people perform. Yes, we use the flashlight approach. We shine the light on the individual leader. However, we also turn on the powerful floodlight to examine context and root cause factors, two of the major components of leadership systems that affect performance. So what have we improved upon and what have we kept? The flashlight approach. The individual leader view is critical. We agree you need to identify your best leaders. However, we also provide you with some key differentiators that position the 720 Edge as a truly unique assessment. We've discussed that performance and results are paramount to your leadership. Performance, not potential, and not just any performance, but performance tied to organizational objectives, critical goals that your clients define. The 720 Edge lets you identify the key objectives that set the context of the assessment. And the 720 Edge provides actionable data with a sequential development plan that makes the most efficient use of your developmental dollars. We also turn on the floodlight to look at the elements within the organization that either promote or impede an individual's ability to perform. So what's important to your organization? We provide you the capacity to set the focus of the assessment. What are the critical goals? Do you want to measure performance against a business unit, department, or division? Or are you looking at the organization as a whole? The question isn't simply about potential. With the 720 Edge, assessors are asked to determine whether individuals have mastered leadership practices to produce results against the criteria you define. So what kind of data do you get? The 720 Edge examines 86 leadership practices in 7 leadership disciplines. Individual and rolled-up data provide key insights into the assessed population's gaps, strengths, and development opportunities against the defined criteria. But as we've described, leadership is systemic. Understanding and acting on the root causes of performance can enable your leaders to produce results. The 720 Edge highlights the leadership practices most affected by training, experience, expectations of management, and organizational limitations. As we've discussed, your leaders operate in the environment of your organization. The 720 Edge assessment, unlike any other, shows your leadership team specifically which organizational factors are the root causes to both subpar and exceptional performance. Are resources available and being allocated properly? Is the culture conducive to achieving results? Are the appropriate processes in place to repeat success? Identifying potential root causes can provide your leadership team with actionable intelligence to make the organizational maneuvers necessary to accelerate performance. Comprehending the root causes to exceptional performance can provide the intelligence to leverage vital capabilities. The 720 Edge provides you data that identifies not only your top performers, but the best practices of the organization. If you're looking for the whole leadership picture of your organization, consider the 720 Edge. Each person assessed receives an individual report that details gaps, strengths, root cause factors, and provides a personalized plan that shows a sequential pathway for development. The aggregate report provided to your leadership team rolls up all the individual leader assessments into a comprehensive view of the assessed population. As in the individual reports, development opportunities and leadership strengths are presented, as well as a compilation of the key organizational factors affecting performance. So what's the process? You start by identifying your participants and assessors and determine your criteria for the assessment. The assessment instruments are delivered to the assessors via secure online links, and subsequent reports are made available for distribution and debrief. The 720 Edge provides your team with the data to make decisions on training, coaching, and mentoring of individual leaders, as well as the actionable intelligence necessary to make organizational adjustments to enhance and leverage performance. Leadership is systemic. Let us show you an assessment that can provide you with the data that can make the difference. Contact us if you'd like to learn more.